Well, hello, my loves. So I come to you a broken girl, literally. But if you saw my last video, this eye thing and this head thing and all that is going away, which I'm very happy about. A lot has happened since we last chatted. I think today it's time for story time. Let me start by saying I just frantically went around. So I hadn't really unpacked, and I'm sorry that you're seeing this. I can't figure out how to not see it, but I was frantically because I had it unpacked, and I was frantically just looking everywhere for my Natasha Denona I Need a Nude and my my Makeup by Mario Master Mattes, and those are the two that I took with me to both where do we travel? Oh yeah, both Italy and Georgia. So yeah. Little did I know that I should have trusted myself a little bit, and they were right in my drawer over here where they usually are. So I feel like a little dum-dum. It's okay. Also, I feel like I'm sweating, but I literally don't have sweat glands, so I don't know if I actually am. Nah, I don't feel anything. Anyway, so yeah, today is, let me just do not disturb this. Okay, we're good now. My biggest fear is that something happens like it did in that one video where I had to split it into two because somebody called me. It was like a spam caller too. Ugh. Anyway, so this video is gonna be about Italy because I think I don't think I can add in the Sephora stuff here. Or being at my sister's house in Georgia and everything. So we'll get to that. Maybe I'll add a little tidbits here and there. But yeah, I went to my orthopedic doctor. He said my arm is healing pretty well. I have to be in the cast for a little while longer. It's not a big deal. So here I am, but I can move my fingers and stuff. So now that I can, and I found out ways to open things and close things that don't put too much pressure on this wrist and arm. So yeah, that was my biggest fear, I think, when it came to this. But and I also had okay, let me restart the whole story. Okay, so as you know, oh, by the way, before we start, I just wanted to point out a couple products. So I have this Natasha Denona Mini Bronze Palette. And then I also have this Baby I Need a Nude kit that comes with an eyeliner. It has Vague, what are the shades? Vague, Muse, and Mesh. It's really cute. But it's funny because at Sephora I also got a single of Muse, and the other day I thought I lost it, and my heart just broke because I was so excited to do bronzer in the crease and Muse all over my eye, and then so I texted my mom and my sister frantically, and I'm I think I lost it. Do you know where it could be? And they were oh, and my sister said she definitely saw me put it away, when I was showing her it. Like, I put it in one of my bags. So then I looked through one of my bags, which I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place, but I did, and I found it, and then I texted everyone. I said, don't worry, I found it. It was in one of my bags. And then my sister responds, and she's like, nobody was worried. Anyway, okay, so as you know, my husband and I were going to Italy for one of our best friends, wedding, right? Well, both. So we're friends with the whole couple, but we're friends with, one couple, we were friends with the woman in the couple before, like, for years and years, and then obviously we became really good friends with the guy in this couple. So we we love both of them to death, like, seriously. I might be a little discombobulated just because of, like, stuff. But anyway, so we went to so our plan was go to Italy, because we were debating at first. It was going to be a super expensive trip, and it was in Sardinia, which is basically like the Hamptons for Italian people. Like, that's where Italians go to vacation. And it's a very beautiful, beautiful place. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it is gorgeous. But I think we may have overestimated the accessibility. Like, we knew I couldn't go anywhere else in Italy, which is why we decided to stay in Sardinia the extra days that we were there. So we had 2 days or 1.5 days before the wedding stuff started, and a day and like about 2 full days, maybe like 2.5 days before we had to go. And like, Sardinia is a very tiny place. I was not even sure if I was legally there because nobody stamped my passport, but apparently it's okay. But I was like freaking out. But anyway, but before we left the airport, we made sure that everything was all good and well. So yeah, we, don't spill. So yeah, we, I should just put it directly on me. Now I understand why people do that. Okay, anyway, so, and I don't even know why I'm putting this on. I think I just like the way, so this is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I think I just like the way that it makes my skin feel so silky. But in terms of like pores, and correct me if I'm wrong, because you might be seeing something completely different in the camera, but in terms of pores, I don't really have any. I mean, I don't have sweat glands, I don't have any of that stuff. Anyway, so we're like, you know what, F it, we're just gonna go and enjoy. Like, because our initial thing was gonna be like, okay, this is adding up to a lot of money, and maybe now is not the right time to go. So we were initially going to talk to him about that, but then hold on, I gotta wait like 30 seconds. But yeah, so we were initially going to talk about that, but then we're like, you know what, no, let's just go. Like, we're going to have a good time. Like, a lot of not our whole friend group, but like most of our like friend group was going as well. I didn't realize how many DC people would be there. It's kind of cool. So like when I worked at the Obama White House, it was so funny because I would run into the woman that was getting married when we were like receiving people, and we would just give each other a big hug, and like we'd kind of catch up between people coming in. They're called, yeah, I won't get into what it's called because I don't know if I can say that, but yeah, we have a long love bond, and she has a similar bond with my husband. So, oh yeah, I didn't come all like with my base done already because it was story time, and this is gonna be a long story maybe. Otherwise, I'll get into the other one. I mean, considering how many times I like go off topic, probably gonna be a long story. Anyway, why is it itch here? Okay, so we it always looks funny to me because, sorry for changing subject, but when I look into the viewfinder, it always looks funny to me because I cannot see it because I'm not wearing contacts, because I can't wear contacts. I have to wear my glasses or nothing, right? So, because I'm not seeing really much, I'm just seeing like the outline of my face, unless I go up really close. But from back here, it looks like I have like a beard. I can kind of rock a beard, maybe. I don't know. No thanks. Anyway, so maybe I waited too long to blend this out. Nope, we'll make it work. We'll make everything work. Anyway, so we went. The first day, both my husband and I slept until, oh yeah, first, the flight was pretty good. We got premium economy. I definitely could not survive an economy ride. So we got premium economy, and also my husband didn't want to ride economy, so we did the next best thing, right? So then we go to so we get there. Oh no, there's more to this story. Sorry. Okay, so then we have like this layover in Frankfurt. So first we take like this really long flight, right? And then we have a layover in Frankfurt. And the layover is 8 hours. Like, what am I gonna do for 8 hours, right? So I one of my friends gave me like a really good suggestion. Like, if they have a makeup store there, have them like try on some makeup for you and have someone record it, and then I can put it on my channel, and that would be really cool. Or it could be a short on my why does it feel like there's something here? Yeah, but anyway, or I could put it on like my YouTube, and it would be okay. So I'm using the Dior stick foundation. Love this thing. Yeah, so, but my husband was not really down for me to do that, and I'm kind of like almost completely dependent on him based on my mobility. So So yeah, so we found this like area that like, so he found initially like this area that we could go to that had like pods, and like you could just like sleep in them or something, but we couldn't find them anywhere, and it was kind of upsetting because I'm just like, so we finally find these like chairs that are like somewhat reclining, right? And I forgot my clips, whatever. Okay. Yeah, so we found this chair, like these chairs that were somewhat reclining, and even though the wheelchair guy at the airport took us to like this kind of secret place that nobody really knew about because that gate was never used, but felt a little shady if we were gonna sleep there, you know? So we decided not to sleep there. So we went to this other area of the airport. Like, they were not pods, but they were just like, what's the word? Just like reclining chairs, like I was saying. So we were there and I was so tired, and all of a sudden I start freezing, and I'm like literally freezing. Like, I can't even describe to you how cold I was, and it's because I like woke up and like, I don't know, and I get cold because my extremities don't, like, I can't regulate my own temperature. So like, I'm always under a heated blanket, and if I'm sleeping or if I'm sitting or whatever the case is, I have a heated blanket. Or like right now I have this like heat pack, not one that, it goes on for like 4 hours. It's a really good one, by the way. If anyone has any questions about it, I'll send you the link. But yeah, so we did that. And then I just got really cold, and my husband was like, because I also had my walker with me at the time, and not my walker, my rollator, and he's like, go do some laps. And I'm like, I like barely remember this, but I have like photo confirmation on my Instagram. He literally told me to take laps, like in this busy airport, like this stunningly busy airport. And we were like right by like this, like right before you get on like that walking thing that makes you go faster. Like we were in a place where people were walking really fast. How was I gonna do laps? I did. But I had to keep up with them. So it was, I don't know, it was a little scary. He didn't care. He's like, get your blood flowing a little bit. I'm like, I've never hated you this much. But yeah, so that aside, we ended up going to, sorry, I kind of just like threw everything in here because my nephew was getting a little curious. So I kind of just like put it all away before he like was like, oh, what's this, Massey? Anyway, he's a cutie. So yeah, we went to like, did I skip a step? No. Okay. So we went to, whenever that was over, I don't even know. I like lost track of time in Frankfurt, but eventually we got to Caligari, in Sardinia, which is where the wedding was and where we were staying. And it it was great. It was so we got there at nighttime, and we were a little bit awake because of the whole like plane situation. Like, sorry. So because like we slept on the plane, both of us, it was, by the time we got there, the adrenaline was rushing, and I told Divish we need to start like looking for food, because in my experience in Italy was in Florence and Rome, and one, they closed between lunch and dinner, and then also they closed pretty early at night. So we found this like pizzette place. It was the cutest thing, and I still have to leave them a review. They were so sweet. So like they had 2 vegetarian options, basically this thin crust square pizza, and like they fold it in half, and then like they put it in like a to-go thing, or you can get it wrapped up so you could take it somewhere. But we opted for 1 to go for each of us, and then 1 like we'll pack up. So, or maybe my husband got 2, I don't know. So we so yeah, that was like really, really good, and it started things off on a really high note. The next morning, like we didn't wake up, the next evening, we didn't wake up until like 5 p.m. And it was just like, there was no adrenaline. It was just like, I don't know. There was just no adrenaline. We're like, what do we do today? So, because we decided that we were gonna do all of like the things that take energy, we were gonna do after the wedding. So like the sunset boat tour and like all the things I was telling you about before, we were planning on doing after the wedding. So we ended up, what's it called? We ended up, oh, I didn't even give you a proper introduction. Hello, this is Rishika Uncut episode. You know what episode it is. You know. Okay. Just read the title. I have no idea at this point. I think it's 13, 14. I don't know. Anyway, so we so like the next day, because we were planning on exploring and like having fun, whatever, yeah. But instead we slept. So we did a similar thing. We got the pizzette. Actually, no, we did. I think we explored in, we went to, I forgot what it was called, but it was some like historical place, and it was beautiful, and we thought it was not accessible because nothing else was accessible. Even our hotel, they told us it was accessible, but literally you had to go up like 8 stairs, and then there was a tiny elevator, and we were on the 2nd floor, but I can't walk upstairs, so we have to take the elevator. So my husband every time had to take me up the stairs, then he had to take my rollator up the stairs, and then he had to, oh my gosh, it was a mess. But anyway, if I had my wheelchair, which we were seriously considering doing, if I had my wheelchair, there would be no way we'd get up there. No way, because like it's just like it's not accessible. The elevator is like this tiny. We had to collapse my rollator every time, or my husband ran up the stairs with my rollator and then ran back down for me or something. I don't know. It was like a TV show every time. Like I don't even understand like what happened. So yeah. So then we don't know why this is here. Strange. Oh, forgot this. Do I put this first? I put it first, yeah. Okay. No, this is my foundation. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna do some simple contour with my beautiful Dior contour stick. Basically I just warm it up on my hand and then go like that. But yeah, so sorry, I have to concentrate. If I was cutting this, I would cut through, but you know me. Anyway, so yeah, we went to what's it called? That place, and it didn't look like it. First, it was like a hike getting there, and that's where two of our friends were staying, like around there. It was a hike getting there, and I didn't want like the bitch to not have fun, because at that point, like, he's like, we wasted a day, like whatever, you know, like he wasn't in the best mood. So so I wanted him to have fun. So I was like, you just go explore, and that's where you may have seen my my video that I said, this is commitment, and then I pointed to like where I was, and I did a little lip combo for you. So yeah, that was then. So yeah, we but a few minutes later, turns out I really thought he was just like leaving me to like explore, which was totally fine with me. I'm like not, well, I was gonna say I'm not a needy person, but I don't know if that's true. Anyway, so yeah, so he I feel like I can't stop wearing Suave Mauve. It's just me in a little bottle. Because I'm suave and I'm mauve. Just kidding. Okay. If I could cut that out, I would. If I seem drunk, I'm not, I promise. I'm laughing. Okay, anyway. So then what happened? So he came and he's like, I found an elevator. And like, I'm thinking like this elevator is like really close by, but it's like so far. And I'm like, you already made me do this hike, but it was actually very romantic. Like the whole thing was just so romantic. And I don't know if I posted that on my beauty Instagram, but on my like Instagram like my personal Instagram, I think I put some clips, and I don't know, somehow we ended up in this very romantic place, and then we found like this little bar slash restaurant that was in there, and it was so cute. It was so cute, and like David was showing me like his romantic side that I don't think I've ever seen before, to be honest. So I was just there for the ride. So yeah, I don't know, it was kind of just really perfect. You know, so instead of using my regular Huda Beauty powder that I always use, I'm gonna try this Lottie London based on this. I don't know if I can open. Oh, it just opened. Okay. So this is based on Nikki LaRose's recommendation, because she said it's like the closest like dupe from the old Givenchy powder. It's like the closest drugstore dupe, I think she said. Okay. I've been taking this everywhere with me. I still don't know how to open it. I feel like there's a... Didn't break my nail trying to do this. Is it worth it? Is it? I don't know. But anyway, they're... Oh, I see the thing. Okay. I see it. Okay. Now, what we will do is take it off. But you know when you travel with powders, which I've learned, like you gotta put a stopper or something in there because otherwise it gets everywhere. Okay, let me put the garbage pile here because I can't even see where the garbage is. Alright, so yeah, it was really let's see what this is like. So yeah, it was just like a really nice night, and they had so many shops and stuff, but you know, because I overspent, I could not enjoy that part. So anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, I see. It's powdering. It's okay. But it tapped off my brush though. It's okay. I know powdering shouldn't be, I shouldn't go so deep in thought when I powder, but here we are. Yeah, so I feel like that's the part that looks creepiest. That's why I do it like very lightly and just kind of swirl it. And I've been more into the brush powdering lately versus like a powder puff. I still find value in powder puffs. I just feel like for an everyday look, it's not really necessary. At least like for my purposes. So like if I really want to get in there and like bake or do something like that, then okay, should have shipped that off more. This is a very finely milled powder. You can definitely tell. And then at the end, I'm just gonna go around like my whole face. With my big powder brush. All right, so yeah, so we had those good days. Then the next day was their like pre-wedding event, which was which I think my husband has a little bone to pick with the bride because she told me it was cocktail for the first day and black tie for the second. So we bought a tux and everything, and when we got there for the cocktail, he was wearing a suit, and everybody else was like in linen and like just like pants and like I don't know, it was very like even I was confused, but at least my outfit could have gone either way. So it was just really, really funny. And he's like, Justin, I'm sorry, didn't mean to mention your name, but I know you're watching. Okay, that was creepy. Yeah, so okay, I'm gonna put away this powder. I use this powder kind of like the Givenchy, if you will. They have like the 4 colors. This is the fair. I really like the light color because my skin is light. But yeah. Okay. So should I go? Let me take this out of the box. It'll feel a little more real. But also at the same time, I have all these shades, so why don't I just use my regular palette that I use basically in every video, you know? I don't know. By the way, quick shout out to this duo here. I think Fenty's having a FOMO sale right now. 25% off. I was more FOMOing over the 30% off, but I've been using this for like since well before Italy, and it's just great. Like I've like, because of my Sjogren's, like nothing hydrates my lips, and the Fenty skin stuff does. Like the lip oil alone, is it gonna be, maybe I should have went the other way. Anyway, maybe I do have to go the other way. Do I? No, I don't. Okay. So the Fenty, you know, I have a thing with packaging where I like save packaging, and it's really, there's really no, like, it's just an OCD thing. Like, and I'm not just saying that, like, I have like literal OCD I'm on medication for, but like, it's pretty severe actually. But I just don't know what it is about the packaging. I just have to like put it back in the packaging unless it's in my like in my everyday makeup bag. But anyway, so this is what I'm looking like right now. Okay, so this is the Natasha Denona Baby. I need a nude palette. Can you see? And then here is the the baby bronze palette. Okay, I can't tell if you can see. Oh, there's a, no, okay. I tried. You saw it before. I think I got you to see it before. Anyway, so I was thinking about using one of these or both of these, or I don't really know. Like, should I use either of these if I have full palette and all of these shades are in there? Like, should I have even opened this? It's so cute though, right? Like, they're like babies. They're like little babies. Which, by the way, Mossy again. Anyway, so let's see. What should I do with my eyes? Oh, and then of course I always have my other Natasha Denona palette. Should I even do Natasha Denona? I feel like they were so generous with me at Sephora. Like, I want to. I just need to decide if I'm going warm or cool. Or here's a thought. I use that middle shade, mixing it up with some makeup by Mario, who is, by the way, the sweetest guy in the world. Mario, I love you, you know that. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, so he came in all this he was misdressed. So basically he like ran back to our hotel. It wasn't that far away, but he ran back to our hotel and changed his clothes because he's like, I'm not doing this. If all my friends are in like cooling clothing, it's like 100 degrees up here, and yeah. And you know what was funny? I thought I like sprayed the one size on me, but I should have paired it with like the e.l.f. power grip that I had in my bag. It's just that like I never thought of like a use for it except for that moment. Like it was so hot that like, I know I just said I don't have sweat glands or whatever, but it was so hot that like I actually was sweating a little, like not to the point where you could see, but I felt like my makeup was like falling off my face, even though it wasn't, because everybody said it, I look great, but I don't know. Like, that's very nice of them to say, but I don't think they would lie to me, would they? Anyway, so, oof. What color should I do today? I want it to be deep, but not too deep. I also want it to be a bit cool. Maybe what we can do is I can use this color, see how it goes, but let me first just see. They're too close to each other. You know, I might just use that same shade that I put all over my eye last time. Where to tap off the brush. But yeah, I'll get into like the generosity of Makeup by Mario and Natasha Denona in a bit, but maybe my next video, because this story's not done yet, so not even close. We're at the 44-minute mark. Okay, Rishika, talk faster. Okay, so so we had a great time. It was so fun being with all our friends, like not all our friends, but like a lot, like a big chunk of them, and like meeting other people who she knew like from her White House days, and like people that may have overlapped with me, and like I don't know, it was just like this, it was just a really nice, like really good day, like event. like they did a really good job. I think yeah, so like they did a really good job with that event. We had a really good time. But so when I was on my way, so my husband and I kind of split at some point. This is why, like, so when, I think I might have mentioned this, but like when my husband and I go to like events together, like nobody can really tell that we're together, you know? We're always like on opposite sides of the room. Like we're like he does check in on me every now and then, but like not visibly. And I mean, I don't think I saw him the whole night after whatever, but yeah. So so yeah, I'm glad he had fun. So like he was with his friends, he was having fun. It was really fun. Like the whole night was really fun. So then we're going back, and like two of our friends helped me up the initial stairs, and I tell them like, don't worry, I got the rest, because I thought I got the rest. And yeah, and they were like, okay, because they didn't really know, but if they did know, they would have stuck around. How's there already glitter on my eye? What? I should have cleaned the brush off first. It's okay. So so yeah, so we went to so I was basically like this whole area where you like go onto the elevator in our hotel. It was very, very tiny, and like I basically I was moving out of the way for a couple to get off the elevator, and I ended up, me and my rollator ended up we ended up falling down that concrete flight of stairs, and it wasn't pretty. Like I don't remember anything after that. I remember little tidbits, like I remember like that there was someone that helped us, and I think it was maybe the couple that I moved out of the way for. All of our stuff was accounted for, so it wasn't like that type of issue. It's just more like I want to be able to thank them, like the whole time. Like every time we'd see someone go in and out, like I'd wonder, like, are those the people that helped me, or what was the case, right? So so anyway, we I somehow got back, but I woke up in the morning, and all of my jewelry was feeling really tight. I felt like pain, but it was not really registering, and I have a very strange relationship with pain because I live with very severe chronic pain 24/7. So I have a strange relationship with pain. But yeah, so I just I'm just gonna take this across the whole thing. Alright, gonna end it there. Yeah, so then somehow or the other I got back, like, thank God, I was finally getting my independence back. Finally getting my independence back. This was like a huge loss. But I was trying to wake up my husband when I woke up because I saw that, like, I had, like, or like I felt like my head was hurting a lot right here and everything. Like my whole body was banged up and stuff. So I kept trying to wake him up, but he didn't, which I'm still a little mad about, but we will let that go. But yeah, so yeah, we went, so the next morning when he saw me, he's like, oh, like, what? And I was like, I was telling you all night, like, whenever I was able to wake up, I think it was like 5 in the morning, I was like, I was telling you that, like, my eyes, sorry, not my eyes, my, like, nothing felt good. Okay, I just have to, guys, I just have to. It's a compulsion, I don't know, like, I see the color, I gotta throw it on, it just has to happen. Okay, anyway, so I asked him, and that was the day of the wedding, by the way. So this was the day of the wedding. So come the day of the wedding, I was like, at this point, my arm was swelling up so much that I couldn't even, like my jewelry had to come off, like, ASAP. Like, it was bad. And it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It was just really, like, weird. Then, I mean, I guess that's what happened when that happens. But, okay, so I'm gonna use a little bit of Muse. I'm just gonna put it in the center here. Oh, gosh, that's pretty. Can you guys see? Try to do it at a strange angle so that you can see better. I'm not really, like, digging my hand in there, so it's like a little bit of a lighter application, but I'll try to layer it a little bit. Let's just hope I don't drop the palette. That's my biggest concern at the moment. But yeah, so yeah, what happened? Yeah, so then we went, like, I sent a picture to my parents, which may or may not have been a mistake. My sister was on the chain too, and my sister was so mad. She's like, go to the hospital, and I'm like, no, it's their wedding day, we can go tomorrow. And, like, I didn't think any of this was a big deal, but they were like, if you have a concussion, it can be a really big deal and stuff like that. And I obviously got hit really hard on the head because it was, like, a really big bad bruise. And I, like, all over my body, I had, like, really big bad bruises, especially like this one that, like, took up this whole area. Anyway, so, like the big bad wolf, got a big bad bruise. So yeah, so they kind of forced me to go to the ER, and I just was like, we came all the way over here for the wedding that we're not even attending. So I was really, really bummed about that. So but I understand why. Like, I'm gonna use this eye crayon that they in taupe that they included in the little set. Let me just make sure I don't have any like eye crusties. So yeah, my husband then started freaking out because he talked to his doctor brother, my brother-in-law. I can't even. Okay. I've never done my eyeliner like this. I always lift my lid, but it's okay. But yeah, so long story short, I like literally shadiest hospital I've ever been in. Like terrible care, terrible hospital, and like the language barrier was a big problem. Thank God they decided to stay with me. He knew that if he left, I would have been scared. Because I would have been. Like, that's just me. But like, he stayed with me the entire time, and I very much appreciated that. Because he could have been like, peace, I'm going to the wedding. But I don't think that's really an option when your wife falls down a flight of cement stairs. And she's in the hospital, right? Like, if it was the other way around, like, I wouldn't even imagine going to the wedding. Anyway, so yeah, so they the eyes look so far good, I think. So they so we told one of our friends, and he's like, do not tell like the bride because she will freak out. And we were like, no, we were never going to. Like, we would never do that to her on her wedding day. I would never want her to worry about me on her wedding day. You know? Like, and when she found out, she was, but like, I don't know. So that's just because she's like an incredibly sweet person and just genuine as heck. So is her husband, then fiance. Anyway, so why do I never, I feel like I never get my lashes when I use a lash curler. Do I? No, I don't. Anyway, so we were waiting in this Italian hospital. They did the imaging. Like, it took them until, I think it was 9:30 at night. We got there sometime around 2 p.m. It was 9:30 at night before they told us that my arm was broken, and that's all they told us. Like, so then we had to wait for the ambulance to take us to the ortho place, and it was just the shadiest thing because the ambulance, like when they eventually ended up taking us, they took me in a wheelchair and it was right across the street. I was like, why aren't we just walking? Like, I don't care if I can't walk. Hold my belt. Because, like, I usually wear a belt around me all the time so that my husband can hold on to it. Oh, I forgot about this. Should I use this primer with a tubing mascara? I don't know. Let's find out. Did I do it already? I don't remember now. Anyway, so yeah, it was very we were just waiting and waiting. Cannot even imagine how bad my husband's back was feeling because he had to just sit and he had no back support. He was just sitting on my bed, and we were like in a room with a good 8 other people. It was just very strange, and like there were no like curtains between us. It was just like a room of like hospital beds. It was very strange. Like, I'm like, now I know. I mean Italy's not a third world country, but like I actually think it was a good thing that I didn't go to my sister's wedding in India or my cousin, who's like my brother, his wedding in Thailand, because my doctor had always told me whenever I travel, I have to have a plan of care in case something happens. So I have to either know a doctor there or know a hospital there that is reliable, or like whatever the case is. Like, I have to have a plan, and I cannot go to a third world country. So I literally, because I was really sick when my sister got married in India, and I don't think there was any way I could travel anyway, but she but like there was just like definitely like if I had a fall like that, and I'm always a fall risk, so if I had a fall like that, it would have been really bad, like really, really bad, and it would have ruined everything. At least this, like, I didn't like ruin the wedding or anything. I just people just missed us a lot and were like worried, but they weren't like, that wasn't like the sister of the bride, or you know what I mean, like, so okay, I feel like I'm doing this really messily. Alright, I'll get rid of that. It's like I've never seen mascara before. I'm, by the way, great. Do you see what I did? I am, by the way, using the e.l.f. What is it called? Lash extender, the tubing mascara. I love this mascara, and I'm usually not that messy with it, but what the heck? Why? How and why did that happen? Okay, so it was really cute while we were in the hospital. Like, one of our friends like FaceTimed us so that we could talk to the bride and groom, which meant a lot to us and meant a lot to all of them too. So that was just really sweet. So I did have a lot of good people in my life. Like, I'm so blessed. Like, it's just, and like one of our friends was getting constant updates and like just keeping an eye on the situation. I honestly just feel bad that we didn't like they paid for our place, but like we didn't show up. Like that's like my biggest thing with weddings, because when my sister got married there were like a lot of no-shows, and like, or like last minute they would be like, oh sorry, not coming, and you'd be like, well, I already paid for your seat, man. You know, like, and like that's not cheap. So especially with an Indian wedding. But regardless of the wedding, and they had like a very nice, like, I mean, they got kind of rained out a little bit, but they were all still having fun and like everything. And I don't know, when we were FaceTiming I started crying because I was just like, I want to be there so bad. And she knew how much I wanted to be there too, so it's alright. And obviously Dewy wanted to be there, I keep forgetting that. I'm just kidding. Obviously he wanted to be there really badly too, but it is what it is. So they did not tell me I had a concussion. Then the next couple of days we kind of just did things we wanted to do. Did we? I don't even remember. I think we got the next day. Oh yeah, the next day we were gonna, so we didn't, oh, we eventually, when we went to the ortho, it was like, I cannot even describe, like this whole, that whole experience was like Dr. Frankenstein was putting a cast on me. Like seriously, I was Dr. Frankenstein's monster. Like they put a cast on me, like this white cast from here all the way to up here, and I had to fly back in that. Like what? I was like, no thank you. I was about to walk out, seriously. Like that was just like kind of a, and they didn't let David in either. Like David was just waiting outside, and I'm like, he's the one that like manages my care. I don't have the neurological capacity for all of this. So sorry, I'm just trying to get a mascara mark off. Okay, it is off, I think. Is it? Yeah. Yeah, so we ended up having to cancel our boat tour. It's okay. We ended up going to like the cafe, like one of the cafes that we went to previously. We spent the whole morning there kind of just talking. We met up with a few friends, and I could see a couple new friends that we had like met at the pre-party, because even they were worried about me, which was really, really sweet. Like everybody was just so sweet. And like everybody was telling me how much the bride like talked about me, and like I don't know, it was just really, really sweet. So I just like, I really wanted to party it up with them at the wedding. Like that's all I wanted, but it's okay. Sometimes life gets in the way. This wasn't life though, this was just like death. And I was like texting a couple people being like, yeah, I just want to see what will happen if I do that. Because I know some people curl their lashes after. Uh-oh, forgot a few. That didn't work. Alright. Alright guys, these are my lash curl fails. That's better, but not. Okay, well, that's as best it's gonna get. Did I get any mascara marks on the side? Nah, I'm good. Alright, yeah, so then we just tried to enjoy the last couple days. We didn't do anything rigorous. Divij had his little, the day after, he decided to explore like the waterfront and stuff, and he had a wonderful time, so that's all that matters to me, because I feel like I kind of ruined everything. But I also know that that whole situation was not avoidable, and I don't think it was my fault either. Like, usually I'm the person that comes out of these situations thinking everything was my fault and I like ruined everything, but it was a very unavoidable situation. So yeah. Time for lips. Okay, let me just do them real quickly. I'm sorry this is taking so long. I think I'm just rehashing the the wedding drama. So I do that for longevity, but this is like, I'm not going anywhere, so I don't technically need it. What should I do today? What will go with this look? I think pretty much anything can go with this look, I feel. I feel like I'm always like just drawn to my Fenty combo. I'm not gonna do that today. I'm gonna use some iconic nude, but I'm gonna need something deeper. No. Alright, iconic nude and mauve, or my Fenty. Okay, let's see. So this shade Extra Thigh is like the perfect shade for me, like perfection, and it lasts forever. Which one should I do it with? So I'm gonna do the Fenty, but should I put some mauve on the inside, or should I do the iconic nude? Oh, you know what I'll do? I got an idea now. I'll take out the iconic nude, put the mauve back, and I might just use my okay, let's first line the lips with the Fenty Beauty Extra Thigh. Right, yeah, Extra Thigh. That's my husband. He just took my cat to the vet, so. That's our baby. We found out that he has diabetes and osteoarthritis, which I know a lot about. I don't know anything about diabetes, but we just around my grandma and a couple friends, but I have osteoarthritis from a very bad osteoporosis. You know, that in itself is a good combo. Dang. What'd you think? Why did it talk like that? Okay, I'm gonna leave these out just in case I need to reuse them to sharpen the edges. Okay. I kind of like the way that looks, just alone, but I'm not gonna leave it alone. Okay, let's see, where is... Oh, it's in this. Okay. Definitely. Oh, this is the little single shadow of what I have all over my eye right now that they gave at Sephora. I'll talk a lot about that next time. Anyway, we ended up changing our flight, and we like got home faster and sooner and better. A better like time, but then we were definitely sitting behind people with COVID, and we got COVID, so I also had to go to the hospital when we were here, which was so much fun, so I was in the hospital for a couple days. They know me there, I'm a frequent flyer. And yeah, kind of just explain the situation. I don't know what it is. I just love, a matte lip. Something about it. Like, yes, there's a time and place for gloss. Might be today, because I think I want to change the color a little bit. Let's see what happens when I reline. This lip liner goes really well with this. Even though it's like peachy, it can come off as beige. The Anastasia lipstick, I mean. Anyway, I think I freaked out a few of my friends, and I don't think they're too happy about that. But they know I stand by what I said. I do like this powder. Like, this video is not a review of this powder, but I think it's nice. I think it will do everything my Huda does. I don't think there's talc in here. I looked at the... Okay, so I can use this Buttery Blur lipstick to kind of change the tone a little bit. But you know what? I'm gonna go in with... Should I do another matte lipstick, or should I do... I can't even swatch on the back of my hand anymore. I don't know. You know what? Let's just. This is the NYX Lingerie XXL in Strip Down. Does this look okay? I want a little pinky or mauve. Okay. Any more on this side, buddy? Okay, and now I'm gonna go in a third layer of this lip liner. I'm just gonna put this away because I don't need it. Maybe I should have just done Pillow Talk medium. I don't know. What should I do? Should I have done? You guys see what I'm doing when I'm doing it? Usually, as you know, usually I don't have this mirror just like here. I just can't figure out the setup, so I gave up. Oh, way too pinky. Doesn't go. What should I do? Should I keep layering on things? Alright, let's pull out some of my Pillow Talk. Pillow Talk, Pillow Talk, Pillow Talk, Pillow Talk, Pillow Talk. Or is that too pinky? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use that gloss. Or this Revlon lipstick. They're really more like a red. It's the Toast of New York. Let's try it. Wow. Pulling orange. I don't like that either. Okay, I know I'm like kind of dragging out this video, so thank you for being here this long with me. I actually very much appreciate it if you stuck around. But I'm either gonna just do my, you know what? I should have just went with my gut. Or should I have? I think I give up. Okay, I'm gonna do one last effort. If it doesn't save the day, I don't know what will. It's better, but all that peachiness is coming through, so it's okay. I'm gonna end it here after I put setting spray on. Seriously, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for always being supportive and just, it's just one thing after another with me, right? I know that's how my family and friends feel. And husband. Well, he's my family. Classic cocktail. Why is this not fitting? Alright. Okay, it's dry. No, it really was dry, that's why I stopped it. Alright, let's see. I've been using my travel size of this because I've been traveling, but I miss that thing. Okay. Now, oh crap, I didn't put highlighter on. You know, and it doesn't matter, but you know what, I'm just gonna do it anyway. Usually my Dior is right on top, but it's switched up. Don't know why. It's okay, I'll do it right now. Just a little bit of highlight. I have this setting spray. And if I'm messing up my makeup, I'm taking it off anyway. Okay. So, here's the final look. The lip is horrendous. I might have to take it off. I can't live with this. I cannot. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna leave the lip liner. And then I'm gonna just add back the gloss. That's the kind of depth I wanted, I think. Let's see. Sorry, I know this is a never-ending video and I didn't even finish the story, but overall, Italian healthcare is not my favorite. I don't think we're going back there anytime soon, or anywhere anytime soon. But yeah. Okay, I think this is more what I wanted. Here's the finished look. Alright, bye guys, love you.